Hey, Tapper here. I've been a huge handheld gaming fan ever since the original Game Boy. As a matter of fact, the one that you see right there right now, that's the one I originally bought back in 1989. I bought it at a video game shop across the street from Macy's in New York City. I think they're long gone by now, but I've had that, well, since day one, and I have not stopped buying and enjoying handheld game systems. These are just a few of the ones in my collection. There's a GPD Win 4, but my newest acquisitions are the Steam Deck OLEDs. And what we did here in my household is we ordered a limited edition and also the 512 gigabyte version. Um, in large part because I really wanted to be able to compare both types of screens since there's been so much controversy about them. So for those who may not be completely clear what that's all about, the one on the left there is the limited edition version, and that has an etched glass screen, which really helps a lot with preventing reflections showing up on the screen. And on the right there, you can see the glossy screen, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's glossy, so you see reflections really well in it. Now, there's been a lot of contention about whether the etched screen loses some of the, quote, OLED goodness, meaning the blacks are maybe not as deep and the colors are not as rich. And I gotta tell you, after hours using both side by side, I'm not seeing that. I'm really not. Okay? What you will see is some difference when you have light shining right on them like you do right now. And the main difference is, well, the reflectiveness of the glossy. I will tell you, in a dark room, I'm not seeing a difference. Okay, maybe if you are pulling out a microscope or a macro lens, you can pixel peep and blow it up, to 5 times the size and see. I don't know what you'd see. I know people have been doing things like that, but in actual use, I think both of these screens are absolutely fantastic, and I don't think there's a bad version of the Steam Deck OLED. I think whatever version you get, you have nothing to worry about. It's going to be fantastic. If you like how this limited edition looks, and you like the idea of owning this kind of, Half-Life branded looking special Steam Deck, go for it. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. If you want to save the money and get probably the best value in the lineup, definitely the 512 gigabyte version. It's also fantastic. And in my opinion, that all black look they've done for the Steam Deck OLEDs, it looks amazing. It's a great looking device. So this is not meant to be a review. There are people who've done great reviews out there who are much better at making YouTube videos than I am. So I'm going to point you to those people, you're the Fox, of course, and Retro Game Core, and Taki Udon, and all of the people in the Steam Deck community, Gardner Bryant, Fan the Deck, there's and many more who I can't think of at the moment. But, I would point you to them to get the real nitty-gritty, in-depth reviews, because they're the best at what they do. But what I wanted to do was just offer one more data point, because I know a lot of people are trying to figure this one out. So I'm just one, just a regular handheld gaming fan who had the good fortune to be able to compare both types of screens in real life. And my takeaway is they're both fantastic. You're not going to be missing out with either one of them. I would say that in my case, because I do take my devices out with me, to work, for example, I like the anti-glare screen on the limited edition, the etched glass. It is really quite good at what it's supposed to do in mitigating those reflections. So pretty much I've adopted this one as my Steam Deck. The other one is going to be my wife's Steam Deck. She has expressed a real interest in having one for herself, and she doesn't care about the screen one way or the other. So yeah, this is probably going to be hers, and she doesn't really take her stuff out of the house at all, so it just makes sense. when she plays it, she'll be playing it here at home, you know, and there's not going to be a bunch of bright lights going on or anything. So, all right, that's really about it. I hope maybe that was helpful for some people just to hear one other person's opinion who actually has both of these on hand to compare. There are a lot of people out there making assumptions and assertions going by what they've heard, and I would always caution people, you know, to not give too much attention to that sort of thing, you know, the rumor and innuendo, because unless you've seen something in person, you can't truly know. Before I received these, you know, I fully expected that I was not going to like the Etched screen, that it was going to take something away from that incredible OLED look. And by the way, this screen is to die for. It's amazing. It makes a massive difference when you're playing games. You're going to want to play all your games all over again just because of the screen. But anyways, my point being, I really expected that maybe I would even send the limited edition back to Valve and get a refund and just order another one of these glossy screen ones. That was my expectation. But because I thought the limited edition was so cool, I wanted the opportunity to compare and decide. And no, man, the Etched screen it's great. It's wonderful. They're both great. So you cannot go wrong. Get yourself a Steam Deck OLED. Have yourself a lot of fun this holiday season. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day.